insane.
As you saw from the intro video, this is pretty insane. I've gotten out of the rig a couple of times and actually checked all the nuts and bolts, made sure everything is holding up, and so far so good. I have mentioned in a previous video that I have broken brackets and bolts in this rig previously, and I think you can see why now. I've got a pretty good frame that I built for the base of this, and it's got the foot cups as well from eRacing Labs, which is where my motion system is from. Links are all in the description, and I cannot rave highly enough about their motion platform for the money and for what it gives you. As you've seen from the intro video, it is absolutely bonkers. But checking all the nuts and bolts, checking all the brackets at this stage of the game is imperative, because as you can see, if I had something break or a part of the rig collapse, I could seriously hurt myself. So it's really starting to get to a whole new level of extreme. I have had BeamNG for quite some time now, probably a year. First downloaded it, mucked around with the telemetry, just wasn't happy with how it was responding. And I think, unfortunately, that is partly down to the software, which back then was SRS Studio. Fast forward to just recently, and SimHub have released their motion add-on for their software, and it is incredible. I'm also going to test out at a later stage the new software by a company called Departed Reality, and their software is DR Sim Manager. I've got links to all of these pieces of software in the description, so click on those, check them out. I've got a previous video as well, although that's Microsoft Flight Simulator, it's actually demoing the difference between SRS, SimHub, and the DR Sim Manager from Departed Reality. I'll put a link in the top of the video here to that one. Check it out. It's quite interesting because in Microsoft Flight Simulator with SRS Studio, I'm getting massive telemetry spikes, or I don't know what it is, but massive kicks in the rig. Now, it is only happening in Flight Sim, but I think it shows that there's something going on with the SRS Studio software as opposed to these other two, SimHub and Departed Reality's DR Sim Manager. Back to the rig, it is absolutely extreme. We've dialed this motion system in absolutely within an inch of my life. It is terrifying. There are points where we're going across those warps and I am hanging on for dear life. I'm running the Sim Magic's 23 Newton meter ultimate wheelbase, and man, I've got that thing turned down to 70% force feedback. And I cannot believe how incredibly accurate it is in swapping different vehicles, where some vehicles might have power steering, others do not, and you feel that through the wheel. If you snap a wheel off, like on your vehicle going off a jump, man, the whole steering wheel just locks to the right. It is absolutely incredible. Immersion factor is some of the highest I've ever experienced. And I'm not going to say that this trumps flying, but it is now up there, equal to flying the fast jets in DCS and some of the bush flying I do in the bush planes in Microsoft Flight Simulator. The immersion in those games is incredible. This, in BeamNG, driving these bar jar style dirt track cars, is absolutely next level. I'm going to do a series of these videos because there's so many downloadables in BeamNG, maps, cars, mods that you can download all for free. Man, that game is just delivering in spades. We're going to go through the software I'm using as well in regards to motion, but also the Tobii i5 head and eye tracker to get the Samsung 55-inch ARC monitor to really shine. The Tobii eye tracker makes such a difference because although I've got a large monitor and I can really feel that with my FOV, and it feels realistic, you feel like you're sitting in the real dash of that car because it's so large, but to be able to turn your head and look around the apex of the turn makes such a difference. There are moments though where it loses its tracking for a sec because my hands, I'm just being so active on that steering wheel that my hands are actually blocking the sensors for a second and it's causing just a slight judder. So I'm going to have to work on that and maybe relocate where the Tobii eye tracker is. I've never had to be so active on the steering wheel before. It is absolutely nuts. We'll also show you the Face Track Noir software, which if you have a Tobii i5 head and eye tracker, you're going to need in order to get this magic to happen through the Tobii i5. Anyway, we'll go over the settings, we'll check out some of the cool stuff, we're going to get into some of these crazy cars, and hang on, this is absolutely white knuckle, high speed, flat to the floor, just insanity. This is one of the wildest games. If you've got a motion rig or you've even just got butt kickers and a force feedback steering wheel, do yourselves a favor. Get BeamNG. It is wild. You know the drill. Like and subscribe. Share these videos with all your crazy friends. Let's go. Okay, first piece of software we're using is Face Track Noir. You do have to pay for this, but it's an incredible bit of software if you have the Tobii eye tracker. It pretty much enables the Tobii eye tracker to work a bit like a webcam, really, and correlate that face tracking, head tracking to the various axes that you want it to output. Unless a game natively supports the Tobii eye tracker with its software, it won't work. So this opens up all of the different games that you can play using your Tobii eye tracker like a webcam, but with the benefit, because it's using these infrared sensors, it's really good for low light. So once you've got this installed and set up, plenty of articles online to navigate that, but if you get stuck, put some questions in the comments and I'll do my best to help. If we jump into curves, this is where I have adjusted the sensitivity of my curves. You can drag that up or down and you can add additional points of reference. And the higher that curve is, the more sensitive it will be. And you can see you can even put it to there and it will be super sensitive and then linear flatten out. But in my case, I find having for BeamNG around there, it's not too aggressive and it's nice and smooth. So you'll want to play with those settings in there. And FreeTrack 2.1 is the protocol we're using, and you can enable or disable the various axes that you want that to correlate to. And once it's working, you can see the little face and target up there will correlate with your head movement. My Tobii eye tracker is mounted on the top of my wheel base here. I do have an issue with it though. It needs to be just slightly higher for this game because I'm so aggressive on the steering wheel that my knuckles are sometimes interfering with the infrared and I get a slight misalignment. Other than that, it works really good. And probably the last setting to cover is the shortcut keys. It's worth mapping a button. In my case, I've got it on the steering wheel to recenter. That way, if it gets slightly out of alignment, you can recenter, a bit like you can in VR, and you're off and running again. Second piece of software is the motion software. We're using SimHub. And my motion profiles, again, your mileage will vary, so use mine as a guide, but don't just jump straight into these settings out of the box. You might break something. But I'm running 25 and 30 for pitch and roll. I haven't really done anything in here. Smoothing out of the box, I'm pretty sure is set at 50, and my maximum and minimum values were default. Same for pitch as well. And we navigate down to, don't worry about surge. I could actually turn that off because my rig doesn't have surge. Heave. I've got this set at 60 and settings in here are default, 50 for smoothing, 15 for maximum output, 10 for minimum. And these ones here are probably two really important ones, I find. Suspension telemetry. This is a game changer. I've got that set at 20. Settings for maximum minimum are set at default, and engine vibration, I've got that set at 25, and those little elements are just adding to the immersion in game. Again, all of this stuff here is set at defaults, and I've got my crash and harsh motion dampening set at defaults, but I am going to play with this to see if I can just get it to be a little bit more active during a crash. At the moment, it pretty much cuts off, which is really what you do want, so you don't break anything or hurt yourself. But I want to dial this in a little bit so I can be feeling the accidents just a little bit more. And then the third bit of software is to get the butt kickers going. Although in SimHub, you can tune, if we go into base shakers, we can actually go to Profile Manager, and we could actually set up a profile for this. I believe there is audio to the butt kickers that we can pull out of SimHub, but in my case, for simplicity, and because I've already got it set up, I'm actually just using Voice Meter Potato. And for games that do not support audio to your butt kickers, this will enable you to split two channels into one or combine two channels into one, I should say, in order for audio to be fed to the butt kickers, your haptics, and also be fed to your audio source, in my case, my headphones. So I've done some tutorials on setting this up, but in essence, once this is installed, you'll set A1 to your butt kickers or your headphones or speakers, and then you want to set A2 to the alternative. If you've chosen A1 as butt kickers, make A2 your speakers or headphones and vice versa. And the reason that you see there's a duplicate of your audio sources or audio outputs, that's because there's two different drivers at play here. There's a Windows driver and then a Microsoft driver. I like to use one output as one driver, the other output as the other driver, just for channel segregation. And then once you've got that set, you can pretty much choose your audio out on the computer to match the audio that you have correlated on Voicemeeter Potato. In my case, it was the AUX input, and we are good to go. So now let's fire up the game. Here we are on the home screen. So if we jump into free roam, we've got a whole heap of stuff going on here, and I'll actually just get rid of my camera so you can actually see what's happening. The desert trails is the map that we were running on at the very beginning of the video, but there's a whole heap of different tracks and trails that you can download. And if we scroll down to the download more, this is where there is a ton of content, and you can tailor it to your heart's content. So if we turn off land, air, props, boats, and then we'll just remove those, and we'll just leave scenarios, terrains, levels, maps, and we'll switch back on land so we can see vehicles. I mean, look at this. There's a BeamNG Sega Rally you can download, Polish roads, motorsports playground. There is so much going on within BeamNG. It's not funny. And once that loads, here we go. We've even got this ORV off-road vehicles. I mean, that is wicked. There's this Rock Hater Raceway short course. There's so much content, and this is where I downloaded a couple of the vehicles and that Desert Trails map. So we'll jump back and we'll go to free roam. We'll pick the Desert Trails, and gosh, we might as well start from the first section. So that is what's already selected as default. Right, let's pick a vehicle. So this is the model that we were using at the beginning of the video, and it was the sand car, the Brukel Supercharged. So let's spin it up, and I'll show you here. If we look at performance, 1,765 Newton meters. This thing is absolutely ridiculous. Even though it says it's a sand car and it's running sand tires on the back, in game it's what look like, I guess, just gravel tires. So if anyone knows how to change the tires in this, I haven't quite figured that out yet, but put it in the comments, and yeah, I'd love to know. But for now, we're going to pick that and show you what all of the fuss was about. So here it is. What an absolute weapon. And yeah, this is just such a handful, honestly. I don't know how well we'll do. It's hit or miss, but I'll give it my best shot to stay on the track. So let's jump into first person, and we'll re-engage the cockpit camera. Now, we got to start her up. So, man, this thing is just crazy. Here goes nothing. All right, hang on. Got some whoops there. Oh! We'll take it. Oh. Trying to get back on track here. Oh. Oh man, what a handful this is. Okay, it's about to get serious. Coming up is the pretty hectic section, so Let's see if we can keep it together. Here we go. Oh boy. Oh my goodness. Ah! Oh, we rolled it. Oh man. I had to change my shirt. Honestly, I was just dripping sweat from the previous session. That is just crazy. Oh. Okay, let's spin her up again. Now, I'll tell you what we might do this time. We might actually choose a different variant of the track fab, and we'll actually try an all-wheel drive version, because that's just rear-wheel drive, that one, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, RWD. So let's go this one here, 1,510 newton meters and pretty much 1,000 PS. So let's pick this one here. Being all-wheel drive, it should hopefully have a little bit better control, because that supercharged Brukel is just, it's just ridiculous. All right, we'll get it started up, and I tell you what we'll do. We'll actually, this is the great thing, you can just go back to maps, and then if we pick that first section again, and this is the whole map here, you can see we've got sand dune areas, we've got this real rocky section through here. There's so much going on, but we can just go quick travel, and that will pretty much plonk us straight back on the track in the new vehicle we've selected. How good is that? All right, let's start her up. Each vehicle feels so different as well. It's incredible. The suspension, the feedback through the steering wheel, the engine, it's just amazing. Oh wow, this still feels pretty damn powerful. Already it feels like I've got better control. I hope I haven't jinxed myself and I make a complete mincer of it, but goodness. Trying to keep it together. Oof. Oh, wow, 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 wow. Just little dabs on the throttle. All right, this is where it's going to get interesting. Here we go. Let's see if we can hold it together. Can we make it to the end? Fasten your seatbelts, people. Oh my goodness! Oh no! Doing what I can! I'm doing what I can here! Oh my god! That's probably the best. That's probably one of the best runs I've had. Wow, that was cool. Oh man, I feel like a superstar. That was all pure luck. Okay, we've got a jump coming up. Let's not nosedive it. Oh, she's a good one. And another. Oh, we're gonna flip it. No, we're good. Oh, wow. Good run through here. Oh my goodness. Can I keep it on? Oh, nah. Oh, we damaged her. We have damaged her. Oh, we've lost a wheel. That is absolutely wild. Let's go this vehicle again, but we'll pick a different section of the map here. Boy, oh boy. So what do we need? We need to reset. I might be going about this the wrong way, but this is how I've been doing it. Reset the vehicle, and then we pick where we want to start. And so, yeah, this is a good section here. the mountain trails and we can veer off to the right. I haven't actually gone up and done the mountain trails yet. So we'll quick travel. Plonks us straight on. Here we are. And off to the right there is some wicked sand trails through the dunes. So start her up. Man, this is cool. I really like this one. Right balance of brute power, but just that all-wheel drive. And I think for this track, these trails, just does really well. So we'll just get rid of the mouse. Got a little button on there so I can hide the pointer, get it out of the way. Oh, we've got, some of these have got nitrous. This one doesn't, but wow, you really feel the difference when you get off into the sand there off that trail. It becomes, the steering wheel just becomes washy. It really, quite incredible, the feeling. Oh. On track here. Yeah, you can see the Toby. I think that'll come through on the monitor where my knuckles are getting in the way a little bit. So I've 3D printed the original bracket that I've got it on. I'm going to spin up another variant and just extend it. Oh, don't roll it. Oh, that was close. Oh, I wanted to hit that berm, but that's okay. Oh man, hard to follow this trail. See if we can come back onto her. Oh, where are we? Whoops. Oh, where's that trail? Here it is. Gosh, we're doing everything but being on that trail. Okay, we're back on. Try and stay on it this time. Oh, sort of. Man, what a handful. Might just back her off a gear. Oh. Gosh, she's got some traction though, this all-wheel drive. Oh, wow. What a beast, what an absolute beast this one is. So far, this is my favorite vehicle for this map. Absolutely wild. Where are we going? Up into here. Oh well, let's see how it handles this kind of terrain. Where are we going here? Oh wow, this is some technical, tight, twisty stuff. Wow, she's doing all right. Oh man, I'm sweaty. Oh god. This is a technical track. There's lots of turns and undulations and whoops. All right, this is cool. I reckon this will be our last vehicle for this little demo, the Hell Tom. And this particular one here is the most powerful. I think a couple of them are running the same. Don't know why the 0 to 100 is slightly different, maybe weight or something, but we'll go this one here. And I love how you've got the General Lee colors, the orange. Look at this thing, look at it. We've got beer cans. Looks like it's meant to be a Corona. This thing is just epic. Right, let's pick the right map for it. So we'll go map, or the right section on the map, I reckon. And look, do we pick that first section again? Let's do it. We know it. And we put all the other cars through its paces. So here we are. and we'll start her up. And this is a mod, this is a download. It's free. I mean, this game just delivers in space. And look at the mirror there. Oh, it's just awesome. Oh, this thing's wicked. Let's see if we can dust some smoke. Yeah, look at the smoke in your mirrors. I love it. Oh, wow. You can feel that this feels like it doesn't have power steering at all. Yeah, and this feels naturally aspirated. I didn't look, but I don't think we're running any boost on this. This is just big old V8 donk. Oh, and she's floaty too. It feels heavy. It's like my rig has just become, I don't know, 1,000 kilos heavier. Oh, jeez. Oh, whoa. She's rough through here. Oh, we are not going to go well on this torture whoop section. That's gonna finish us. Oh, we're going to get finished here. Oh, wow, that nearly caught my thumb. Oh, this is not for the faint-hearted. Actually, let's get the mouse out of the way. Oh man, she is a big, heavy donk. Right, and this is it. It's coming up. Hang on to your hats, people. Here we go. See if we can shift gears. Yep, we've shifted. I'm hanging on to her. Here we go. Oh, it's just instantly lost control off the track. Oh, the beer cans are everywhere. Oh my God. Oh my gosh. Oh, that is a handful. Oh, that is an absolute handful. Wow. Well, if you made it all the way to the end of the video, thanks for watching. I've actually changed my shirt 3 times in making that video. Actually, 4 times. There was a 4th shirt that you didn't see. I've done so many takes. I've done so many spins in that rig. I've checked the bolts, checked everything. It's been crazy making this video. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.